two teams who are placed identically in terms of points in this tournament, which makes it for a spicy battle. West Indies against Bangladesh. We're not going to really pick favourites there, but we'll see. It's coming from Taunton. The weather's good, so we know we're going to have cricket there. And that's going to be a tough one to call,
Check the weather forecast.
Already checked it. Weather apps have gone through the roof.
I mean, if the weather apps charged 10 paisa per hit, they'd make more money than at any time in their lives. The hits on the weather channels have just gone through the roof. It's a big game that way. In the context, I mean, you look at it from India and say, right, we are in the sort of afterglow of a great win. But West Indies, Bangladesh, one of the team that loses might just start to think, hang on, is the World Cup slipping us by? I won't be surprised if Bangladesh.
I'm backing Bangladesh there. I'm backing my Bangla brothers there for sure. Yeah. I have a feeling that they'll do really well against they'll surprise West Indies.
And the reason why Harsha is saying that is because we're talking about that fourth semi-final place. Assuming you're giving India, England and Australia as your three favourites to be 1, 2 and 3, then you've got New Zealand, you've got the West Indies and you've got Bangladesh, who are your realistic contenders now. But for that, you need to be winning that game tomorrow.
Yes. Now, the team that wins that game tomorrow, where's Bangladesh? Bangladesh go to 5 from 5 if they win it. West Indies go to 5 from 5 if they win it. They pop above Sri Lanka, just bubbling under the top 4. At the moment, it's looking like those top 4, let's be honest. It's looking like those top 4 at the moment. But I just think bubbling under, the team that wins stays alive in the contest and says, look, if New Zealand slips somewhere, one of the teams slips somewhere, we are there. So it's already looking like the top 4 are separating from the bottom 6, but the team that wins here is just under and saying, you know what, we're there.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at the two sides and just see if we're foreseeing any possible changes. Let's start with the West Indies, and we've seen that they've had glimmers of hope from individual performances, but Kemar Roach really will be that one question mark.
Evan Lewis a bit out of form? He got a duck the other day, didn't he? Evan
Not
Lewis?
duck, I think 1 or 2.
Yeah, the toss-up is Lewis versus Darren Bravo. They've been having a bit of baton swapping, but the other one is really Kemar Roach.
The plus for them is, I think, that Puran and Hetmeyer are starting to get their act together. They're looking good. Yeah, whether they want to play Kemar Roach.
Especially against Bangladesh, because
they played Shannon Gabriel the other day, though, didn't they?
They played Shannon Gabriel.
Yeah. Well, and I'd like to understand why Shannon Gabriel even played that game, because Kemar Roach is pulled. Yeah. Perhaps only because of the fact that he had a good series against England at home was the only reason he played that game. But Kemar Roach has pulled 1.5 or 2 overs in the previous game. He should have gotten an outing.
I'll tell you what, if that track is even gripping a little bit, Bangladesh would enjoy it. All Bangladesh's all-rounders are spin bowling all-rounders, right?
And one has to remember, Harsha, that everyone from this Bangladesh team know exactly how and where to get these West Indian batsmen out because of the BPL.
And also they've played West Indies a fair bit in recent times, haven't they?
Yeah. They even beat them in
They beat them. They won that entire tri-series, Bangladesh, Ireland and the West Indies.
Yeah.
So that would actually stand them in good stead, having played them in similar conditions. Ireland not too far away from where we are. So this one in Taunton, what about the Bangladesh side? Lots of spin bowling, all-round options, of course, from Mehdi Hasan Miraj, Mosaddeq Hussain, Shakib Al Hasan. The one person who we keep talking about every time Bangladesh play a game is Rubel Hussain.
Yeah, he's not getting a game, is he? He's just not getting a game because it seems to be settled. Soumya Sarkar is playing well. So Tamim, Soumya Sarkar, there's something. I think Mushfiq got injured in the practice, so I hope he's fit coming back. Otherwise, the batting picks itself. It's only a question of whether they want to go with Saifuddin as the all-round. I think they've got enough batting with Mosaddeq at 7 and Mehdi Hasan coming at 8. Mashrafi can just sort of bandage his knees and come out and tonk a few as well. So they could actually look at Rubel for Saifuddin unless they're happy with the extra batting there.
And the good thing is, even with Mushfiqur, if there was an injury, Liton Das is a like-for-like replacement, good informed batsman, and of course keeps wickets.
Or just play him the side and ask Mithun keeps wickets as well, if that's an issue.
Mithun is also a keeper. So they've got a wealth of keepers in there. One final issue with Bangladesh, again, like we talked about with a couple of other teams, Sri Lanka being one of them, they haven't played for a while. 8th of June was their last game, so they've had a 9-day gap coming to this game in Taunton.
It was a bad game. That 106 was a bad game.
Yeah, but I don't think they'd be too worried about that. They're a very eager bunch, so I know that they'll be like waiting to play this game. So they'll be happy to get going.
Yeah, I'm putting Bangladesh favourites for that game.
Yeah.
Yep, I think we'll all agree with that.
Unless the universe boss comes and laughs and says, "What were you saying?" In which case, we'll have a lot of fun watching the game.